Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at something a little bit different. Now you may have seen my reviews for Hasbro's Ghostbusters Plasmane series. Now as some of you will probably already know, Hasbro got the license to do Ghostbusters figures about 18 months or so ago. And we got the San Diego Comic Con Transformers Ghostbusters crossovers last year in the form of MP10 with a Ghostbusters style trailer and white outfit. You've probably already seen it. And then we had the Ectotron figure, which was Ecto 1. Obviously I bought those because they appealed to me on every single level. But this year they haven't done as many crossovers. Certainly haven't seen any Transformers ones, but they have put out this My Little Pony figure. Now I will say that I was always a tomboy growing up, so most of my figures were Transformers, Masters of the Universe and all those kinds of boys' toys. And I only had a couple of things that were more feminine. I had the She-Ra figures, and I had a few of those. A few Care Bears, although I think they're sort of for both genders. Although I think all toys are for both genders, but you know, just to make the point of kids growing up in the 80s. You know, it was a boy's toy or it was a girl's toy. Anyway, and the other thing that I collected was My Little Pony. And I didn't ever think I'd get back into My Little Pony. And then I found some really small ones, like really teeny tiny ones at Morrison's. And they came with a little bag of, what do you call them, dolly mixtures. And it just sort of all spiraled from there. I started getting back into My Little Pony in quite a big way. And I got a few Friendship is Magic figures as well, because I really like that cartoon series. So when I was browsing comics and cocktails a couple of weeks ago, I came across this, and it was another figure that I just had to pick up because, like I say, I am a fan of My Little Pony. Now this is basically a G1 pony, but without the rooted hair. Now if you're not into My Little Ponies, I will bring on a G1 figure in a minute so you can see the difference. But let's have a closer look at the box of this one. So as you can see, it is a crossover with the Ghostbusters, and they've called her Plasmane, which I think is a really cool name. And you can see she's wearing the Ghostbusters uniform, and her Cutie Mark is the No Ghost logo. Now this does say crossover collection, so I don't know if there's going to be any more of these. I'll have to look on a couple of My Little Pony websites and see if they know anything more about them. Right, so let's have a quick look around the side of the box. I've just noticed this here, approved by Peter Venkman. That's quite good, quite like that. So there's some sort of schematic-y type Slimer images down here, and then Plasmane's name there. And here's the back of the box. Cutie Marks and Ectoplasm. It's a little bit better there now. I do like this artwork, it's very good. She does look like she's ready to bust some ghosts as well. There's the side of the box. And again, there's a... you can basically just see a back end here. And if you turn it that way, you get a good look at that artwork again. Sorry about that, I had to pause for a second there because my cat has decided to come in for the 3 millionth time today. Right, so here we are around to the front of the box again. And again, it's in that nice big window display package in there, so if you did want to keep it mint in box, then it's ideal. But I don't. I'm going to crack this one open, so I'll get her out of the box and we'll have a closer look. Right, so here's Plasmane outside of her box, and I think she looks fantastic. Now I will just say that I've got my lighting up quite high here because everything was looking really dark. So I will point out that the pink of her head is actually slightly darker in real life, and ironically, well, yeah, the green of her tail is actually lighter in real life, so I don't quite know why that's coming up like that. Also, the flight suit that she's wearing is more of a sort of browny beigey colour that the Ghostbusters figures usually have. So the colours are slightly off. I'll try and fix that when I do the photos. But just wanted to point that out. Right, so here we go. She's in a pretty much classic G1 type pose. It's more noticeable from this side with the two hooves up here. So that's quite nice. Let's get in a bit closer on the face here. Really nicely done face. I mean, it's not really much different from a G1 pony. It's a similar sort of face sculpt. I'll bring a G1 in a little while and you can have a closer look there. But the tamper-graphs are nicely done. I have had a few ponies where the tamper-graphed eyes are off, so it's nice to see that these ones are quite well placed. They've sculpted the hair in, so it does look quite dynamic. Like I say, I do collect the odd G1 pony, mostly just getting the reissue ones that I had when I was younger. I prefer sculpted hair. I'm not a rooted hair purist. I do quite like it when they do figures with sculpted hair. So this is right up my alley. So as you can see, she's got the No Ghost logo here, and she's wearing a utility belt, and it looks like she's got her trousers tucked in, a la Venkman. Maybe that's why he approves it. Come around to the front, and again, this does look quite a lot like a regular Ghostbusters flight suit. And there you can see her name, Plasmane. Nice, the paint's quite nicely done. I'm assuming all of this is tampoed on, so it's very straight. It's where it needs to be, so it's all very good. And come around to the back here. I do like that the mane is like Slimer green, and the face is more of like Ghostbusters 2 pink slime colour, so that's pretty cool. In terms of articulation, she's a G1-esque pony, so she doesn't have any. Her tail does rotate, and that's about it. You can get a small amount of up and down, but for the most part there's no real articulation there. Right, so let's have a look at her with a couple of other figures. Let's bring in my favourite G1 pony. So this is Minty. This is the one I used to take with me everywhere when I was a child. Everywhere. If I had to go out somewhere, Minty came with me for quite a long time. So this is a reissue, but they are exactly the same as the original G1 ponies. You can see that she is quite a bit smaller than a G1 pony, and she's more stylised as well. They've definitely gone for the G1 aesthetic though. If we bring the faces in a little bit closer, so let's do it. So my mane's going to get in the way now. You can see that is a very, sorry, this is keeps getting in the way. You see that is a very G1 pony smile there. That's pretty much spot on. So really nice there. And again, you can see that the tampos for the eyes are very similar to a G1 pony. So very nice there. Let's do it that way. Yeah, the size is a lot different, like I said, because this is more of a stylised pony, and this is what we had in the early 80s. So yeah, all good. Let's take this one out of shot for a minute. Sorry, I had to pause there again for a second because my cat, having spent all day lazing in the grass, has decided that now is the time she's going to keep coming in and out, because of course. Anyway, back to this. Now, because she's a Ghostbusters figure, and because she's approved by Dr. Peter Venkman, let's bring in the Hasbro Plasma Series Venkman. There we go. Just bring the camera up a bit. So there we go there. You can see the two of those together. Yeah, she's I would say she's roughly 4 inches tall. So yeah, she looks okay there. I don't think these are generally to be, made to display with your Ghostbusters figures. I think they're just for you to put on your My Little Pony shelf, or like with the crossover Transformers, that sort of thing. So let's take Venkman out of the way. And if you're wondering what size she is when next to a Transformers figure, here she is with Siege Soundwave, and he is Voyager class, so you get the idea there. Sorry, this has all gone a bit all over the place. I bought a new camera stand and it just does not want to hold up. So there we go, there's a good look there. Let's take him out of the way. Let's get back in focus with Plasmane herself. There's not a lot to talk about with this figure, aside from what I've already covered. Like I say, she's not articulated. This is definitely aimed at collectors. It's not something you're going to be able to go and find on a shelf in Smith's like you do with the G1 reissues or anything like that. I actually got this one from ID Toys. I was going to get her from Comics and Cocktails, but there was some other stuff I wanted from ID Toys, so I got her while I was there as well. Yeah, I really like her. She's definitely going to be going on my Little Pony shelf, because I think she fits in best there, obviously because she's a pony. But yeah, if it's something you're interested in, I would recommend a pickup of this one if you can find one. That's all I have to say on this. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Fingers on plastic.